Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yemini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in honor of Eden Hemo's birthday. May Hashem bless her and her family with health, happiness, and success. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the Refuah Shlema, the complete and speedy recovery of HaRav Amitai ben Shoshanna, Shaul ben Berta, and Lior Gabay Ben Michal. This week's Parsha Perspective is in loving memory of Leah Mintche Bas Yaakov Yosef, Edward Ben Efraim, Shlomo Ben Edward, and Yirachmiel Daniel Ben Gedalia. May their souls be uplifted and may their memories be a blessing. Our Torah portion ends the first book of the Torah, Sefer Bereshis, and our Parsha is Parshas Vayechi, our greatest blessings. Our Parsha begins with Yaakov Avinu living the best 17 years of his life in the land of Egypt. As he began to get ill, he called Yosef to visit him. When Yosef arrived, Yaakov asked him to swear that he would bury him with his parents in the land of Israel. After Yosef swore, Yaakov then blessed Yosef's two sons, Efraim and Menasha, and elevated them to the status of his own children and as tribes amongst the Jewish people. As his days grew numbered, Yaakov called his sons together one final time. He blesses each son and assigns them their role as a tribe amongst the Jewish nation. And at the age of 147 years old, the last forefather, Yaakov Avinu, passes away peacefully in the land of Egypt. Yosef received permission from Pari to bury his father in Israel, and many senior Egyptian ministers accompany Yosef and his brothers as they take their father to his final resting place. Yaakov Avinu is buried in the Hebron in the Ma'aras HaMachpelah, the cave of the patriarchs, next to his parents and grandparents. However, a question comes to mind. When Yaakov had Yosef swear that he would be buried in the land of Israel, he also blessed Yosef. The pasuk writes, "Vayivarach es Yosef," and Yaakov blessed Yosef. Vayomer, and he said, "Halakim asher halchu avisai lefanav, Avraham v'Yitzchak, the God that my fathers, Avraham and Yitzchak, followed. Halakim haroya oisi me'oidi ad hayom hazeh, the God that has been my shepherd from my birth until now." And he continues, "Hamalach hagoyel oisi mikol ra, the angel who has saved me from all harm. Yivarach es haneorim v'yikara bahem shemi, v'shem avosai Avraham v'Yitzchak v'yigdu l'roiv bekerev haaretz. And bless the children, and let them be called in my name, the name of my fathers, Avraham and Yitzchak, and may they grow and multiply upon the earth." But Yaakov seemingly blesses Yosef's two children, Efraim and Menasha, and not Yosef himself. Where is Yaakov's blessings to Yosef in this conversation? The Malbim, Rav Meir Leib Wisser, a 19th century Torah commentary that focuses on the unique meaning of each word, gives a very interesting explanation. He writes that Yaakov began his blessing by gifting Yosef, by gifting his son, his protector and guardian angel. But then he stops and he blesses Yosef's two children and he elevates them to the status of his own sons and as tribes amongst the Jewish nation. The Malbim explains that after Yaakov blesses Yosef's two children, Efraim and Menasha, he concludes Yosef's personal blessings just a few verses, a few psukim later. The Parsha recounts, "Vayomer Yisrael el Yosef," and Yisrael, Yaakov's other name, said to Yosef, "Hine anochi meis v'hoya elikim imachem v'yeshivaschem el eretz avosechem." I'm about to pass away, but God will be with you and bring you to your ancestors' land. V'ani nasati lecha Shechem echad alachecha, asher lakachti miyad ha'emori b'charbi u'bikashti. And I give you the city of Shechem, which I have won from the Amorites, with my sword and with my bow and arrow. And it is yours and will be your extra portion over your brothers in the land. And this, according to the Malbim, is the conclusion of Yosef's personal blessings. The Ramban Reb Moshe ben Nachman, a leading scholar, philosopher, and Kabbalist, gives a deeper and more profound explanation. He writes that Yaakov's blessings to Yosef's two children, Efraim and Menasha, was also Yosef HaTzadik's blessings. As the Talmud writes, blessing the fruit before we eat is blessing its source, the tree itself. The Ramban explains that Yosef is being blessed with Yaakov's blessings for Efraim and Menasha, for there is no greater source of pleasure for a parent than seeing their children succeed, grow, and prosper. And since their blessing was v'yigdu l'roiv, they will grow and multiply, Yosef HaTzadik, in fact, was being blessed. The Ramban continues that the highest blessings Yosef as a parent could receive are his sons obtaining his stature and his prestige. And given that Yaakov blessed Efraim and Menasha and elevated them to the status of his own sons, Yosef HaTzadik is truly being blessed. In our daily life, it is imperative we realize that our greatest accomplishment will be the continuation of our family convictions and belief. Our biggest source of pleasure will be our children following in our footsteps with trust, with belief in God. Our highest achievement will not be the money in our bank account or the house we live in, but the unity it creates. A family of unique and special people bound together by tradition, purpose, and belief. There's no greater blessings than our children not falling far from our tree, the godly tree of life. There's a powerful quote about children with Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs. Children grow to fill the space we create for them. And if it's big, they will walk tall. Ideals are big, but material pleasures are small. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.